Hello again, music fans. I am back here for part 2 of my Beatles collection video. This time for all of the DVDs, a couple of books, and some collectibles. All right, let's start with the DVDs, or rather the Blu-rays here. Here we have A Hard Day's Night, right there, with the Beatles. It's a black and white film. And of course, one of my favorite movies of all time, Yellow Submarine, here on Blu-ray. A lot of great special features here. And also this particular package, let me just take it out here, comes in a slipcase. Inside it's got this booklet, all right, with a lot of great information about the making of the movie. Plus replicas of animation cells. Let's see if they show up. We have here Paul. So these are transparent, all right, as if they were actual animation cells. Let me just put it on a background so you can see it better. Here, Paul. We have Ringo. We have John and George, right there, as well as some stickers, right there, some Yellow Submarine stickers, pretty cool, and this ad for the Yellow Submarine book and the Cirque du Soleil Love show right there in Vegas. Okay, here's the inside of the Blu-ray. So it's a pretty cool package, and of course, great movie if you haven't seen it. Now we have here some live Beatles. Here are the Beatles live at Budokan. All right, 11 songs. Beatles live at Budokan. Beatles live at the Shea Stadium. 12 songs. The Beatles cartoons. There we go. Cartoons. If you didn't know that this exists, yes, there were Beatles cartoons. Now we have here a Beatles tribute, which is a 2 DVD set. All right. If you can look at the artists right there. And of course this movie, which is Across the Universe. And for this I also have the soundtrack. All right, Across the Universe right there. Let me get the soundtrack for you also. Here we go. Across the Universe, the soundtrack for the 2 CD set. If you haven't seen this movie, it's a musical which uses the Beatles songs as to tell the story. Of course, these songs are not sung by the Beatles, but rather by the actors of the movie. Another tribute CD I have here is Here Comes the Tribute. Here we have the chorus, Sarah Vaughan, Aretha Franklin, Bette Midler, Black Arkansas, Yes, Linda Ronstadt, Bananarama, a whole bunch of people. Pretty good tribute album. Here Comes the Tribute. Okay, now let's look at a couple of books. First, this small book here. It's called Here, There, and Everywhere. It's a book that is in Spanish. Okay. Bought this here in Mexico, and it's just a collection of just a whole bunch of Beatles trivia, facts, you know, and interesting tidbits about the Beatles. It's a short book right there, and it's a small book, as you can see. And I have here now my big Beatles book, which is the Beatles Anthology. This is pretty heavy. This is hardcover. Got this when it originally came out. All right, so it's by the Beatles themselves. And pretty much everything you wanted to know about the Beatles is here. Right? Great book. Profusely illustrated throughout. There we go. All right. The Beatles Anthology. Great. Also, as you can see, I have some Beatles t-shirts. You saw me with another one in the first video. I have here my Yellow Submarine one. And I have here this other one, which is the Beatles jumping. Right there. And I also have another one, which is the Abbey Road cover, but that one is in the wash. Alright. And I also have here this Beatles Anthology lunchbox. I actually keep the DVDs inside here. There's the other side. It says the Beatles on the side and on the other side as well. Okay. So, keeping your lunch in style right there with the Beatles. I also have a couple of other items which I will show in photographs. Alright. Here is my Beatles puzzle based on the anthology albums. It's a 1,000 piece puzzle. All three of the albums are put together to make one wide image, you know, with all of those clippings. I now have it made and mounted and decorating my music room. Pretty cool. Alright, so now we are now going to take a look at my Beatles Hot Wheels collection here. As you can see, I've laid them out here on the gatefold of the Sgt. Pepper's album. And they came in two series here. This one and this one. This is the album series, where each Hot Wheels is represents a Beatles album. Okay, so we'll start here with the 67 Austin minivan, which represents the Sgt. Pepper's album. See if we can get a good focus there. There's the Sgt. Pepper's logo on the top, the Beatles on the side, and on the side again. Alright. Then we have this one, which is Rubber Soul. This is the Ford Transit Supervan. Rubber Soul logo on both sides and the Beatles themselves on the other side. Okay. There's a top. Alright, pretty cool. And now here we have this dairy delivery, meaning it's a milk truck. This is for A Hard Day's Night. Alright, so let's see if we can focus here better on the, there's the side, the other side right there, the Beatles peeking out through the window, the top. Okay, so this is a dairy delivery truck. Now we have this one that looks like a bus, but it's actually a gas transportation truck. It's called Haul Gas, and it's for the Magical Mystery Tour. Nice and yellow. Though looking at it, you might think that is the Yellow Submarine one, but no, it's the Magical Mystery Tour. So there you have it, and top right there. The back. That's pretty cool. This one too. And you might guess which one is this one. All white. This is the Beatles self-titled album, also called the White Album, right there, which is the Highway Hauler is the model. Okay, even the wheels are white, and it's got 6 wheels. Let's go over here, and these are from the Yellow Submarine line. We have here this bumper car, you know, like the ones that they have at carnivals or amusement parks, which had the design of the Yellow Submarine. There we go. The bumper car, and then each of these 4 cars represent a Beatles members, and they have the design inspired by the Yellow Submarine movie. Let's focus here. Yes. Okay, we have this one. Each represents a Beatle. We have here a Ringo. Beatles on one side, single Beatle on the other, that's Ringo. Then we go here with George. Can we focus? Yes, we can. Okay. Like I said, a Yellow Submarine inspired designs on the cards themselves. Here we go now with Paul McCartney. The Beatles on one side, there's the top, and Paul on the other. Finally, we have here John, excuse me. There's a top. All right. Bumper car, Ringo, George, John. Excuse me, Paul, and John Lennon. There we go. The Beatles Hot Wheels. And the ones I am missing from this line is the Blue Meanie, which is a blue van. The Blue Meanie. And there's also a Hot Wheels of the Yellow Submarine itself, though I don't have that one either. But of course I will pick it up if I come across it. There we go. And now for this Beatles playing card set. It's the Beatles on Apple. They came in this little box, and they're just ordinary playing cards, you know. Here, and the ones that have the pictures on them are the Aces, which have each band member. They're George, Paul, John, and Ringo, and also the top cards, which are the King, the Queen, and the Jack. Okay, we have the Beatles playing, black and white portrait of the Beatles, and the Beatles in a garden, and also the two Aces, which have the Beatles Apple logo right there. Another item here, this Beatles binder here with a picture of the Beatles getting off a plane, I believe. There we go. And on the back it's got the Beatles logo, and on the inside simply the Beatles logo again. And I do use this binder here for my work. All right, there are several designs, of course. You may have seen them in office supply stores everywhere. That's it for my Beatles collection. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, more artist spotlight videos to come. More music collection videos as well. All right. Thank you for watching, and so long.